Part 4. I had to take my hair down. My head was starting to hurt from my hair being. Okay. Today is Creative Expression Hour, which basically means they give us crayons and hope no one eats them. Jasmine is already counting a picture of a unicorn with flames shooting out of its eyes. It's her battle form, she explained proudly. Trevor has drawn a map of the hospital with escape routes that make absolutely no sense. This hallway leads to the moon, he says, trapped in the scribble line. Mrs. Delaney is writing a letter to the vending machine. Dear Agent Snackbox, she mutters, I know your secrets. Liam sits beside me at the art table. Want to draw something? I'm terrible at drawing. That's the point. I pick up a crayon and start sketching a tree, the courtyard tree, the one Liam drew earlier. My lines are shaky, uneven, but it feels good to focus on something simple. Liam watches me with a soft smile. You're better than you think, liar. Honest liar. I laugh and he leans a little closer. Not too close, just enough that I feel the warmth of him. Then Brian appears behind us. What are you drawing me, I suppose, love? I stiffen. Just a tree. He studies the paper like it's a thread. Looks like it's dying. Liam's tone sharpens. Brian, we're busy. Brian ignores him. You shouldn't waste your time with people who pretend to care. My stomach twists. What does that mean? He leans in, eyes dark. Some people only want you when you're broken. Liam stands so fast that his chair scrapes the floor. Back off. Brian smirks, touched a nerve. A nurse approached, sensing the tension. Everything all right here? Brian stepped back, hands raised. Just talking. The nurse didn't bite, but she walks away. Liam sits again, jaw tight. Don't listen to him. I'm not. But the truth is, Brian's words linger like smoke. We move to the courtyard for fresh air. The sky is gray, the air cool. Jasmine is trying to teach Princess Glitterhook how to graze. Trevor is pacing in circles, wondering loud satellites. Mrs. Delaney is yelling at a cloud. Liam and I sit under the tree. You okay, yes? I think so. You don't have to be. I look at him. Are you okay? He hesitates. Most days, no. But some days are better, like today. Because of me? He smiles, small and real. Yeah. Something warm settles in my chest, something dangerous and hopeful. Before I can respond, Brian steps into the courtyard. He doesn't come towards us. He just stands there watching. Liam notices. Ignore him, he says again, softer this time. I'm trying. He nudges my knee with his. Try harder. I laugh for a moment. The tension breaks. Jasmine runs past her. Chaos Day never ends. Trevor chases her with a stick. The unicorn must be protected. Mrs. Delaney throws a pebble at the sky. Stop spying on me. Liam shakes his head. This place is insane, and we're part of it, unfortunately. But when he looks at me, his eyes warm and steady. I don't feel insane. I feel grounded, seen, safe. Even with Brian watching. Even with the chaos rolling around us. For the first time since arriving here, I feel like I'm starting to belong. Chapter 8. The ward feels different today, heavier, like the air itself is waiting for something to snap. Breakfast is loud, chaotic, as always, but underneath the noise there's a strange tension threading through the room. Even the nurses seem eyes, watching the patients more closely than usual, watching us. Liam finds me in the hallway afterward. His expression is softer than the morning sharpness. He doesn't say anything, he just takes my hand and leads me toward the courtyard door before anyone can notice. The courtyard is empty, quiet. The sky is gray, the air cool enough to raise goosebumps on my arms. For once, no one is screaming, no one is pacing, no one is arguing with clouds. It feels like the world is holding its breath. Liam sits under the tree, pulling me down beside him. His knee brushes mine, and the warmth of it sends a shiver through me. He looks at me like he's memorizing my face, like he's afraid I'll despair if he blinks. You okay? He asks softly. I nod, even though I'm not sure. I am when I'm with you. Something flickers in his eyes, relief maybe, or something deeper. He reaches up, brushing a strand of hair from my cheek, and the touch is so gentle it almost hurts. I lean in before I can think. His lips meet mine, softer first, then desperate, like we're both trying to figure out where we are. His hand slides to my waist, pulling me closer. I mount with him, the world narrowing to the warmth of his mouth, the steady beat of his heart, the way he whispers my name like a promise. For a moment, nothing else exists. Then, a sharp voice cuts through the air. Hey, you two, apart, now! We jerk away from each other as two nurses run across the courtyard. One grabs Liam's arm, the other steps between us like we're dangerous. You know the rules once down, no physical contact. Liam tries to explain, but they don't listen. They never do. They drag him toward the door, and I reach for him instantly. Stop, the nurse warns, blocking me. Stop, the nurse warned, balcony. You're both losing privileges for this. Liam looks back at me as they pull him away, his eyes full of apology, something like fear. I don't get the chance to say anything, because that's when I see him, Brian. Standing in the doorway, watching everything with a stillness that chills me. His expression isn't angry, it isn't jealous, it's worse. Calm, too calm, like he's filing this moment away, storing it somewhere dark. His eyes lock on mine, and something inside me clicks. He turns and walks away without a word. But the look he gives me clearly disappears in thought. Feels like a warning or a promise. The nurse escorts me back inside, lecturing me about boundaries and rules and appropriate behavior. I barely hear them. My mind is stuck on Liam's face, the way he looked when we pulled him away, and on Brian, always watching, always waiting. Something is shifting. I can feel it in my bones. And even though I don't know what's coming, I know this. Whatever happens, it won't be small, it won't be harmless, and it won't be something any of us can take back. Chapter 9. The padded room swallows sound. It swallows time too. There are no windows, no clocks, no sense of morning or night, just the soft, suffocating walls and the faint hum of the ventilation system. I'm not in a straitjacket anymore, but the freedom means nothing when the door stays locked. I lie on the thin mattress, staring at the ceiling, replaying the courtyard over and over, Liam's hands on my waist, his lips on mine, the way the nurses tore us apart like we were dangerous, like we were something that needed to be contaminated. Maybe we are. I don't know how long I've been in here when the small speaker crackles to life. Sarah, a nurse's voice said, calm and practice, you're still on observation, try to rest. Rest in this place, in the silence, in this isolation. I close my eyes, but all I see is Liam being dragged away, and Brian watching, always watching. A soft thud echoes through the wall, faint but real. I sit up, heart pounding. Another thud follows, then a muffled voice. Liam. I press my ears to the wall. Liam? I pause, then a quiet, strange reply. Sarah. Relief flows me so fast it hurts. Are you okay? I'm fine, he says, but his voice is tight. They're keeping me in here for 24 hours. Moving on. Me too. Silence stretches between us, thick and heavy. I'm sorry, says Riley. I shouldn't have. Don't, I whisper. I don't regret it. Another pause, then a soft laugh, tired but real. Me neither. I slide down the wall until I'm sitting on the floor, knees pulled to my chest. I imagine him doing the same on the other side, our backs separated by a few inches of padding and a whole world of rules. Do you think they'll let us out soon, I ask? Probably, he says. They just want to make sure we're not unstable. I snort. We're in a mental hospital. Everyone here is unstable. He laughs again, but it fades quickly. The silence that follows feels different, heavier. Something unspoken is sitting between us. Sarah, he says quietly. Brian saw us. My stomach twists. I know. He's been off more than usual. I felt it too. He won't let us go. I close my eyes. I know. The speaker crackles again. Patience, please remain calm. Lights will dim in 5 minutes. Liam sighs. I hate this place. Me too. But I don't hate being near you. My breath catches. Even like this? Especially like this. The lights dim, plunging the room in a soft, bluish darkness. I curl up on the mattress facing the wall where Liam's voice came through. Good night, Sarah, he whispers. Good night. I wait for sleep, but it doesn't come. My mind keeps circling back to Brian, the way he looked at us, the way his expression didn't change, the way something cold flickered behind his eyes. Something is shifting, something is coming. And even though I can't see it yet, I can feel it pressing in from all sides. Like the padded walls themselves are holding their breath. Chapter 10. The door to my padded room opens with a soft click, the first sound I've heard from the outside in what feels like forever. I sit up, fast. Heart pounding, circling nerves, a doctor, someone ready to lecture me again. But it's Liam. His hair is messy, his breathing uneven, his eyes wild in a way I've never seen before. Sarah, he whispers, stepping inside and closing the door behind him. We don't have much time. I stare at him, stunned. How did you? Doesn't matter, he says quickly. I'm not leaving without you. My pulse spikes. Liam, we'll get in trouble. We're already in trouble. He reaches for my hand, and the moment our fingers touch, something inside me settles. The padded walls feel less suffocating. The silence feels less heavy. Come with me, he says, please. I don't hesitate. He leads me into the hallway. It's dim, quiet, too quiet, the kind of quiet that feels like the world is holding its breath. I don't ask how we got the door open. I don't ask why no one is here. I don't ask what would happen if we're caught. I just follow him. We move quickly, our footsteps soft against the floor. Every shadow feels like a threat. Every corner feels like it's hiding someone. My heart hammers so loudly. I'm sure it will give us away. Liam, I whispered, are you sure about this? Squeezing my hand, I'm sure about you. We reached a side hallway I've never seen before, narrow, dimly lit, lined with doors that look older than the rest of the ward. Liam glances back at me, his expression fierce and determined. We're almost out, he says. I don't know how he knows that. I don't know how any of this is possible, but I trust him. I trust the way he looks at me, the way he keeps holding my hand like it's the only thing keeping him grounded. We slip through another door, then another. The air changes, cooler, fresher, tinged with the faint smell of rain. My chest tightens. We're close. Liam pushes open one final door, and suddenly we're outside. The night air hits me like a shock, cold and sharp and real. The sky is dark, clouds heavy with the promise of a storm. The wind whips through my hair, and for the first time in weeks, I feel alive. Liam turns to me breathless. We did it. A laugh, a shaky, disbelieving sound. We actually did it. He pulls me into his arms, holding me like he's afraid I'll abandon. I bury my face in his chest, inhaling the scent of rain and adrenaline, something that feels like home. You're free, he whispers, but the word hangs in the air, fragile and uncertain. His freezing isn't simple. Because someone will notice we're gone. Because Brian saw us. Because Brian doesn't let things go. Liam takes my hand again. Come on, we need to move. We run into the darkness together, the storm building above us, the world stretching out in front of us like a promise and a warning all at once. And even though I don't know what waits for us out there, I know this. Whatever happens next, we'll face it together. For now. Chapter 11. The night swallowed us whole as Lee and I run, our breath sharp in the cold air. The storm clouds above us rumble like they're wanting us to turn back, but neither of us slows. We don't know where we're going, only that has to be somewhere that isn't the hospital. By the time I reach the edge of town, my legs ache and my lungs burn. Liam pulls me into the shadows behind an old storage building. His chest rising and falling fast. We need to rest, he whispers. I nod, leaning against him, his arms wrapped around me, grounding me into a world that suddenly feels too big, too open, too unpredictable. For a moment, it's just us, just the quiet, just the promise of something better. But the world doesn't stay silent for long. Somewhere in the distance, silence breaks. Liam stiffens. They're looking for us. Of course they are, I say softly. We ran. He takes my hand again, squeezing it like he's afraid I'll slip away. We'll figure it out. We'll stay hidden. The sound cuts him off. Footsteps, slow, deliberate, too familiar. We turn. Brian steps out from behind the corner of the building, his expression calm in a way that makes my stomach twist. His clothes are soaked from the rain, his hair plastered to his forehead, but his eyes are steady. I knew you'd run, he says quietly. I knew you'd try to leave me behind. Liam moves in front of me indistinctly. Brian, go back. This isn't your business. Brian tilts his head. Everything you do is my business. The sirens grow louder, closer. Liam's voice sharpened. Brian, stop. You're scaring her. Brian's gaze fixed to me, and something in his expression shift. Something dark, something wounded. Something that feels like the beginning of the end. You chose him, he says. After everything, you choose him. The rain starts to fall harder, soaking through our clothes, blurring the edges of the wood. Liam steps forward, hands raised in a calm gesture. Brian, listen to me. You need help. We all do, but this isn't real. But this isn't the way. Brian's jaw tightened. You don't get to tell me what I need. The sirens are almost on top of us now, flashing lights reflected off the wet pavement. Voices shouting commands we can't quite hear, and then the shouting, the rain, the chaos, the fear. But this time it doesn't end the same way. Because before anything can spiral, before anything can break, before a world can collapse around us, police officers flood our alley, surround us with bright lights and urgent voices. Hands where we can see them. Brian freezes, eyes wide. For the first time, he looks unsure, small, lost. Liam grips my hand, pulling me behind him protectively. The officers move quickly, professionally. They speak to Brian in calm, steady tones. They keep their distance. They don't escalate. They don't let the moment turn into something irreversible. Brian doesn't fight. He just lowers his head as they place him in handcuffs, rain dripping from his hair, his expression unreadable. As they lead him away, he looks back at me, not with anger, not with hatred, but with something like heartbreak. You were supposed to say, he whispers. And he's gone. The officers turn to us next, their voices gentler now. They ask if we're hurt. They ask if we're safe. They ask if we understand what happens next. Liam squeezing my hand. We're okay, he says. For the first time, I believe him. The storm begins to ease, the rain softening into a mist. The flashing lights fade as the police car pulls away, carrying Brian into the night. Liam wraps his arms around me, holding me close. We're safe now, he murmurs. But even as I lean into him, even as the world settles around us, I know the truth. This ends in Chapter 12. The world feels strangely quiet after Brian's arrest, like the storm had been building around us for weeks, finally broke enough to gradual calm in its wake. The police car's taillights disappear from the street, swallowed by the mist. For the first time since Brian, I feel like I can breathe. Liam is still holding my hand. His grip is tight, almost trembling, but he doesn't let go. Not even when the officers turn their attention to us, asking gentle questions, checking for injuries, making sure we're steady on our feet. We're okay, Liam keeps saying, his voice soft but certain. We're okay, and somehow I believe him. I'm gonna have to do part 5 because I gotta go to the bathroom.